Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, y'all. Welcome back to a new episode of the Mix and Pop Podcast. I am your host, Chef Tariq. And of course, it's another Wednesday, episode 107. Listen, one time you slipped up since we hit 100. Okay. There we go. Chef Drewski, ladies and gentlemen. Chef Drewski.
Hi, everybody. How are you doing?
Okay. How you feeling?
I'm doing all right. How you doing?
You know.
Exactly, right?
Yeah, you know.
It's almost Friday.
It is almost Friday.
It's almost Friday.
And then even when it's Friday, it's like, it's Sunday already. Back to work tomorrow.
Literally.
Damn, you really only work Monday to Friday as an insurance adjuster?
Yes, it's very stressful.
It's a well-needed 2 days off.
Literally, bro.
That's funny as hell.
I'd be begging for a fucking holiday or some shit, bro. I'd be like, it's a holiday? We get off? No? Fuck.
Bro, you don't get any holidays off.
Not really. I mean, I just requested off Good Friday, though.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, nigga, you don't got Good Friday off? I forgot. You don't work a regular job.
Literally.
That's funny as hell. All right, look. Since, you know, some alkies over here wanted to finish the other ones.
Vodka.
Now we doing this dogfish head cocktails. These ones got vodka. The last ones were like tequila and rum and stuff. This one got vodka crush, grapefruit and pomegranate.
Did you actually check in there to see if they're ready?
I actually did not. I asked you and you said, I don't think so.
That's a good friend. Just trust me, nigga. There's definitely some in there.
I was about to say, watch there be a bunch of them in there.
There's a shitload.
It probably is.
Go check.
I'm not going to even gonna check at this point. I'm not doing it.
Counting Jack.
Oh, lemonade vodka. And vodka crush. Vodka mule as well. Which one would you like?
You said vodka mule.
Vodka mule. Passion fruit and citrus.
Let me get the vodka lemonade.
Nigga, that's what I wanted to do. I guess I'm trying the goddamn mule.
Counting Jack.
Because I don't want no goddamn blood orange, bro. We're trying... Oh, no. Why is that at the bottom of the goddamn...
Whoa!
Put it at the goddamn...
Gotta dig low.
Goddamn. All right, here we go.
Oh, shit.
Hey, yo, what
Whoa! Whoa! Your
All
drink
right.
is on the floor.
All right, well... It explodes. 7% of alcohol. Also, we didn't say this last time. So at 7% of alcohol in them, 2 shots per cocktail. So the day we had them, you know, I was like, damn, okay,
You were feeling it?
a little bit.
Low key?
Yeah, but then like a few weeks ago, Gary brought him to the house. We was all chilling, you know, regular Sunday fun day, and Geraldo was cooked. I was like, I told my dad, I said, he drunk already? He goes, yeah. I looked at him, and they were talking about it. I'm like, Isaiah was like, yeah, it says 2 shots of her cocktail. I said, damn, these joints is strong. So damn, just the whatever alcohol they put in it, they give me. Well, it is the shots is the alcohol, but it's like them suckers using the cheap one liquor.
I'm trying to get that, nigga.
They using the cheap liquor.
That.
They using the Svedka. They not using the goddamn Grey Goose.
Nah, they using that what is that shit? Everclear.
Oh gosh.
That shit was killing niggas in
Oh
college.
gosh.
Damn.
It's actually
That shit hit.
this one pretty good. This one is actually pretty good. You rock with the lemonade, huh?
Yeah, this liquor.
Mm-hmm. Now you done broke your little lamp that you was doing for like a whole week. Gotcha.
Oh well, I'm gonna shove a fucking cinnamon roll down your throat.
Hey, chill out. It's pause. Chill out.
Let's go.
How was your weekend?
Weekend was good. I feel like I did something memorable. Oh, we went to go see Lady in the Odd. That's what we said. The Woman in the Odd. We went over to Attleboro, and first off.
Nah. You went to Attleboro. That you know what it is.
First off. When we got there, it was raining, and we get there, and it was kind of late, low key, but we still were there on time, type shit. Anyway, we asked for the tickets. We go, yo, where are the seats? And you know how they pull it up on the little screen and everything. Everything is highlighted damn near gray, bro, except for the front 2 rows. So I'm like, damn, and this was the only showing for it, right? So this was the last showing for the night. So then I'm like, damn, like I was like, yo, we'll just come back tomorrow, bro. Like, don't worry about it. She's like, no, we're not coming back tomorrow. Pick another movie. And I'm like, pick another movie?
What day you guys go?
We went Saturday.
Okay.
This was Saturday going into Sunday. So I was like, yo, we'll just come back tomorrow since it's Sunday, shit like that. Fuck it. No, we're going out. All right, cool. She said, pick another movie. Pick another movie. There ain't shit up here, bro. Like, I'm looking at this list. I'm like, nothing under here looks familiar.
You don't want to go see Snow White?
Nah, hell no. So they're like, she's like, what's Death of a Unicorn? And I'm like, yeah, what is Death of a Unicorn? And then the woman starts going into a spiel about it, and I'm like, She's like, nah, we're just gonna sit here. And then picks 2 front row seats, right? So I'm like, bro, this whole damn time we're gonna be sitting here like this, bro. But low key,
you better recline a seat.
Nah, yeah, with the reclining seats.
You have the reclining seats.
You're chilling, bro. You're chilling. I'll always go to the front 2 rows, if that's the case, nigga.
Bro, it's the reclining seat.
That's damn near IMAX, really.
Yo, you could just chill. Like, it don't matter where you sit. Like, now they be like, nah, I'm not sitting in the front. But it's reclining seats. It don't matter. You good. Like, you like normal theater, you go like this, sitting up at it. You just still chill, lay back. You good.
Literally though.
You good.
But nah, it was cool. The movie was good. Had some good jump scares, but it was just wasn't my cup of tea at the end, and like I was just like, oh, okay. But I do stress that it is a movie that touches on mental health issues. So like, I don't want to give away the plot, but like, yeah, that's pretty much.
I'm not gonna watch it, so it's okay.
Oh, so you're granting me?
I mean, if niggas don't want to hear spoilers, I mean, it's on you. But I mean,
so Shorty literally goes and lives at this house on a farm type shit with her 2 kids. Recently, her husband died in a car accident that she was in the car with him and shit like that. Fucked up her leg, blah, 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 blah. Shorty's battling pretty much, like, I don't know what it is. It's definitely depression. And, like, there's a woman in the yard that's just sitting there with a black veil over her.
Mm-hmm.
And Shorty just keeps getting closer and closer and shit like that. They're wondering, like, who the fuck is this lady? Get her out of the yard, da-da-da-da. To the point where the ladies take off the veil, walk up in them to the house, start, like, possessing the crib and shit like that. And then she goes, your mom didn't tell you who I am, did she? Blah, 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 blah. Come to find out, like, this woman in black was actually, like, her. And it was her depression in, like, live form. And I'm like, I could be misinterpreting the whole message. I could be butchering it. Don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what I got from the movie. And I was just like,
I sat there for 2 hours watching that.
I was just like, I know this is not.
That sounds like a Jordan Peele movie as well.
It low key should have been. Low key should have been.
Because that's exactly what a Jordan Peele movie does. It's like, it does all that just to be like at the end, like, oh, that's what it's supposed to be. Okay. So yeah, that doesn't sound right.
But after that, Sunday I went to church.
Okay. You didn't burn up or nothing. You here? You survived.
Got a lot, but
Just a little bit. You weren't sweating.
I wasn't sweating no.
Okay, there you go.
Just got a little toasty.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, went to church. Went to Jubilee in Stoughton. It's pretty cool.
Is that like the new like big churches that they got built and stuff?
So they got one in Boston, one in Stoughton, and one in Worcester.
Oh, I know. There's one in Dorchester.
Yeah, the one in Boston.
That's the one you went to?
No, I went to the one in Stoughton.
Oh, okay.
With Shody and her friends and shit. It was cool.
Mm-hmm.
I like church. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not a church person.
Goer.
Yeah, like I'll do it for the pinnacle times, like Easter. I'll probably pop out. It's cool. I like to see little celebrations, all little kids and shit singing and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Feel me? Like that's cool. Get a little candy at the door. Who doesn't like candy at the door?
Yo, it's such a sweet tooth.
And then Christmas, pinnacle one. Other than that, Christmas and Easter, I really ain't gonna be in church. But
He said 2 days of the year.
It's like nah. But like Sunday service was cool. I liked it. It's more, to me, it was more like a concert vibe, like which is pretty cool. Cause I'm used to the old like Black Baptist churches, like nigga, you gonna be sitting for a minute, but you also gonna be standing for a minute too.
Mm-hmm.
This one literally had us like standing most of the time. Everybody was dancing cool and doing what they needed to do. He gave his word. Boom, you were out. Next service. I like going early too. I don't like later in the day. If it got anything to do with the second service, I'm not going, bro. Like we either gonna do this shit in one go and then get some breakfast after, or we just not going at all and we just go get breakfast. Like literally, like either or, I gotta get breakfast. But I'm not doing a second service, bro. Like I can't do that shit.
Yeah.
And a second thing, I don't get included in the church.
Like you don't participate in activities and stuff.
Yeah. Like you know how they be like, yo, like come down to the altar, da 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 da. Like, oh yeah, we want to give you the word in another room, like da da da. Nah, I'm good, bro. Like I came for this. I came for general admission.
So do you?
I don't want VIP.
Do you go up when they do the bread and the wine and everything?
Oh, communion?
Yeah. Okay, so you
I'll go for that.
Okay.
I haven't seen them do communion yet here at this church. I don't even know if they do.
Oh.
But I done communion at the old church at Mount Olivet in Jersey in Hightstown. But
okay.
Yeah.
He said, "I'm not going in the back."
I'm not going in the back. No, I'm not, cause I know what happens. Nothing crazy, but like they just keep you, and it's just like, bro, like I want to go home. I want to eat. Please let me go. And then they'll be like, "See you next week," and I'll be like, "No, you won't." Because this is too consistent.
I haven't been in church in a long time.
He was a sinner.
Yeah, I know. I actually like going to church. I enjoy it.
You loved it. You used to love it. I went with you one time.
No, you didn't.
I never did.
That was a crazy lie. What the hell's wrong with you?
I literally just said I never did.
Oh,
who went with you one time? Couple people, right?
When? At school?
Yeah, at school.
The only time people would come with me, the only people that would go with me was like Laura, and that's because she goes to church. So like me and Laura will go like randomly. And that's it. Ain't nobody else go to church.
Was it cool? Like, it was on
The one at
campus
school,
too,
the
right?
one at campus, it was cool, it was small. So, all right, so the one with school and the one like here, it was similar, but it hit the one at school. It hit you with some things. You're like, whoa, wait, where we at? Where are we at right now?
Like, what happened?
Like, when we used to go to church, all right, 9:30 start. We got the prayer. You're gonna stay and sit. Reading from the Bible, reading from this passage here and there. You say, who needs blessings. You do our Father. Everyone goes around, shakes hands. Blah blah blah. You do the bread, you do the wine, you get your communion. Announcements at the end, quick prayer. All right, cool. We'd go also with the songs, whatever. No more church. The one at school, did it similar, but when they started, I can't remember his name because I actually was an altar boy for him, and it was kind of cool that I was an altar boy in college, but it was weird, but it was cool. I don't remember the pastor's name, but when he started doing the Latin, like, you had me cooked. I was cooked.
What do you mean?
Like, he would read or like do like some of the just do some of like the things in Latin and stuff.
What is it, Catholic?
Yeah, but like
You ain't never seen that.
we ain't never did that. So like
Catholic. You did CCD?
we did Catholic church. I did my communion. I did my confirmation and stuff.
So you did CCD. You did
Yeah.
the classes?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But we ain't never did. They ain't never hit us with the Latin.
That's
We
crazy.
had the Haitian, the Nigerian. We had
When you
the.
heard that, you said,
I said.
he said,
Latin.
I ain't never heard the
Latin.
ancient language.
Latin. I said, oh.
That nigga listening to some ancient
I said,
shit.
oh.
That's a dead language, bro.
Yeah, that was crazy. I was like, okay. And then being an altar boy and like certain things, I'm like, oh, I ain't never done that before. I ain't never seen it before. Like how they like the setups and stuff. So it was like,
Hey, yo.
no, I'm
Hey,
talking about how they set up like the
this
wine
nigga-
with the bread, how they mix. How when you got the cups and they're doing the little blessings and stuff, and you gotta pour the water and then you stop and you gotta pour the wine and you stop. Like I'm talking about that. I ain't talking about nothing else
I was
crazy.
about to say, what?
No, I ain't talking
He said,
about
I
nothing.
ain't never seen him set it up like that.
No,
Oh, shit.
no. I'm talking
They
about
done got
how.
Ricky.
No. And then I'm talking about like the little when you gotta ring the bells and everything at certain times. I didn't know a lot of that stuff because I've never done it. So at school, I was kind of like, I had to just kind of
They
catch
had
on.
you on the real Catholic
I had to
shit
just
over
catch
there.
on the fly. So it was like,
They had you on
oh.
that real Catholic shit.
And then after a while, I kind of just wouldn't do it, and I was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna come to church, bro. And then pastor seems like, hey, Tariq, where you been? I'm like,
Was he a student at the school?
no, he was a regular pastor,
Oh, word.
but he had like other churches he would go to as well. So ours was at like I think 10, something like that. So it was at like 10 or 11
I definitely
for
went
service.
with you, like one time, bro.
You did not,
I definitely walked you there.
not at all. You might have drove by and seen me walking inside. Said, hey, where you going?
That's definitely what it is. Definitely.
Like.
That sounds more like me anyway. What are you doing? Oh, you got church? Peace,
All
nigga.
right, all right, I'm going to John's.
Sunday morning, prime time.
You go to John's.
Getting up. Gotta get fried.
No, yeah, that was the church. Yeah, I like church. I haven't gone in a while. I really should go.
Yeah, but like
I have the time now.
I said that shit to Josh. I was like, yeah, I'm at church. He's like, I should probably get church in my life. And I was like, yo, this nigga. But like, it's pretty cool. It's
Yeah.
just, it helps.
Yeah. Yeah, but when you need some, some prayers, some blessings.
Inspiration.
Yeah, it's always cool. We always got to get the palms for Palm Sunday and everything. So I might go for Palm Sunday so I can get my palm this year.
Yeah.
Definitely got to get mine. I don't know how to tie it, but I just got to get
What is
mine.
that?
The palms. Like the little leaves that people.
Palm leaves?
Yeah.
what do
They
you have
make
to
it. They make them. They tie them up and make them into crosses.
So you gotta get one on your hand.
No, you just get the leaves and you tie it up and turn it into like the leaves into a cross.
Have you done it before?
Yeah, I don't know how to do it.
Oh,
That's why I just said I'd be struggling.
you tried it before though?
Yeah, I'd be trying to tie it myself. I can't do it. I'd be like, "Mama, here."
You gotta do it with like. Wait, I gotta see it. Pull this.
You never seen?
Nigga, no. I went to a Christian church. I ain't do no damn CCD. We went to the black people church where niggas was hopping up and down and running up the aisle. Nigga.
Yeah, no, we didn't do that.
Yeah,
so
no, y'all niggas didn't do that. We lit. We had Kirk Franklin and shit showing up.
No, we didn't do that. The one thing you never
said we didn't do that.
You never seen like the little palms and stuff into like the church, the crosses? No?
Hell no.
Tell Kiana to take you on Palm Sunday. Y'all gonna see him. Y'all gonna see him. Don't worry.
That's the cross that Jesus carried, right? Where they hung him from. That one. The 3 and the 2 thieves, right? Right?
Yeah, sure.
You don't know.
I don't remember.
This nigga.
Bro, I'd be in there. You're going to get my blessings, and I'd be going. But I like church. But yeah, those
I
are
fuck with the Christmas stories though. That shit be lit.
Those are the palms and stuff.
All right. And when does Ash Wednesday happen?
Ash Wednesday's already happened. That's
happened?
the beginning. That's the beginning of Lent season. No, I didn't get my ashes.
Why didn't you do it?
I didn't go to church. No.
Shit.
I have one story of when I did at school, bro. I go to church. It's Ash Wednesday. I think this was like the first. I think this might have been the first time I ever actually even got my ashes. Oh, I see mad kids on campus doing it. I said, you know what? I gotta go. I think me and Barb went. Me, Barb, and Tori went to church. You know what? Tori would go. Tori would go with me to church for just on the regular, on randomly. But
now he remembers
because there wasn't you. That's why. But I remember we went to get the ashes and stuff, and it was like before class. I go, we did the prayer. They had another session for it. Great, cool. I'm walking down to the egg. Here comes, I'm like, oh, what's up, everybody? Everyone's at the table. Alexis, she goes, oh my God, what's on your face? And literally starts wiping it off. And I'm like, yo, what the hell are you doing? That's literally, I just got, those are the ashes for Ash Wednesday. She's like, oh, my bad. I'm just like, you serious? Now I got like freaking, I just had that. I had the whole thing down here missing. I said, wow, what the hell was this? Bro, niggas.
Did I make fun of you that day?
No, I don't
Did
remember.
I see you that day?
I don't remember.
I definitely probably, if I seen you, I definitely probably cooked you.
I don't remember.
Like, yo, nigga, what's on your face, bro?
I don't remember that.
I do remember seeing a lot of people. I remember seeing Barb with that.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I'm like,
that was the only time I got.
I would never question her. I would never question her.
But yeah, that's you. Hey, your weekend. That was it. That's all you did.
Yeah. Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. My weekend, it was cool. It was Nazir's birthday weekend. Happy birthday to Blackie.
It's your birthday,
to
Blackie.
Darkness.
It's your birthday, Darkness. It's your birthday, Monkey. All right, I got him out.
So Thursday. So here's the crazy thing. So I didn't go to New York this week because it was. Jesus Christ. It was the end of Ramadan, so they didn't have school in New York. They didn't have school in Rhode Island, so I didn't have class this week. So his birthday's on Monday. The point of us having the Monday party for him on a Thursday last week was because I wasn't going to be here. My dad wasn't going to be here because he went to Cleveland for work. Mm-hmm. So he was like, what the hell?
Not Ohio.
He's in.
Wait, Steve wasn't there for the party?
So I'll get to it. So we didn't have it on Monday. We had it last Thursday. We had it Thursday. So after we recorded that Wednesday, we had it on Thursday. So we had a little Monday party, cool, whatever. We had some food, some burgers, watch the games. Everyone's chilling at the crib. All right, cool. Friday we go to Top Golf. Oh, before I go to that, so yes, my dad was there, but the reason why we had the party on Thursday instead of Monday because we weren't supposed to be there. Well, I didn't have school, so I was here on Monday.
Oh.
My dad didn't leave till Tuesday. So niggas had a whole party on a Thursday for no reason.
Screaming.
Niggas could have had it on the Monday on his actual birthday. But it was whatever. Friday we go to Top Golf. It's my first time at Top Golf. It's pretty cool. It was lit. It was nice. Nazir's boys all showed up. Andy was here. Andy came down, which was cool. Andy just wanted to keep telling everyone, yeah, I'm not drinking right now. I'm not drinking. It's like, all right, Andy. And then he went to the casino. He's like, yo, I lost. I'm like, Andy, chill out. What's good with you?
Nah, he's cool, people.
Andy's funny. But we did Top Golf on Friday. It was cool. It was chill. And then they all went to like Terra Luna, and my dad and Andy and Geraldo went to the casino. And they was like, yeah, you coming? I said, no, I'm going to bed. I'm going to bed. I'm not staying. I'm going home and watch the movie. Saturday, Instacarted all day, and then they went to the Brazilian Grill in Fall River or Taunton or something like that. And I stayed at the crib, and then they was like, yeah, we're going to Pier. I'm like, I might as well go to Pier. Why not? Let them not be antisocial all day. So I went to Pier with them, and then instantly I wanted to go home. I was just like, all right, I'm tired. I'm sitting here. Tiana's not even down here. Like, I'm looking at niggas hugged up on nigger, and I'm over here just sitting here like, where mine at? So I'm just like, all right, whatever. But it was fine. It was cool. And then Sunday I seen her. Yay! See my girlfriend on Sunday and Monday. So.
That was your weekend?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot. I went on a date too. I went on a date with my wife.
There you go. Look at
Took
that.
her to Cheesecake Factory.
The Cheesecake Factory?
Yeah.
Did she complain?
Nah.
All right, good.
She loves cheesecake.
Good.
I'm happy that they didn't sit us by the bathroom this time.
By the bathroom.
Yeah, these niggas not by the bathroom, but like near the bathroom. I don't like that shit. Don't sit me near the fucking bathroom where I smelling shit while I'm eating my fucking food. And don't get me wrong, I'm not actually smelling shit, but it's just the aesthetic. I don't want to be near the fucking bathroom while I'm eating. Like, what the fuck, bro? Anything, put that shit in like a cove or some shit. Even though at the Cheesecake, well, we didn't go to the one at the mall. We went to a different one, but like the one at the mall has that like hallway.
Yeah.
But like the one that we were at. Don't do it again. But yeah, yo. It was a pretty smooth weekend. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. There ain't shit playing in the movies right now though. I'm waiting for Sinners to come out. That's really what I'm waiting for.
No, it's Magazine Dreams in there. The one with Jonathan Majors.
It comes out the same weekend?
It's already out.
Swear to God, Magazine Dreams is out.
Yeah. I gotta see that movie. That movie looked good. Oh, no. But Sunday and Monday, we cooked at the house. So Monday, Tiana was like, "Oh, I want to clean out my deep freezer, and go to the market and buy all like a bunch of meats for my mom and stuff." I go, okay. So we're at the market Monday morning, and she's buying all this food. I said, you're buying all this food? I don't want to hear you say later you want to go to pho. She goes, oh my God, I know. I said, yeah, you need to make sure you cook one of these damn meats tonight. Mm-hmm. Pick her. I drop her off at work. I go Instacart. I pick her up. I'm like, yeah, what do you have for dinner? She goes like, I kind of want pho. I said, yeah, no. You heard what I said earlier. I said, we're not doing that. I said, you just bought a bunch of food.
No pho.
We had spaghetti.
No pho. King way.
We had spaghetti. I made spaghetti Sunday night, and then we had that for leftovers on Monday. Spaghetti, no.
Would you ever make those? It's fun. It's mixing two cultures in one.
Yeah.
Multicultural food.
No thanks.
Spaghetti tacos.
I'm okay. But yeah, that was my weekend. Just chilled. Oh, and then yesterday,
Lo mein quesadillas.
low main case, orange chicken quesadillas.
Literally, that sounds fire. That actually sounds fire. Orange chicken quesadillas.
Orange.
But it has to have like a nice like glaze throughout the fucking like cheese.
Yeah.
And it has to be a certain type of. It can't just be like a regular cheese. It has to be like a certain type of cheese.
Yeah. Maybe you should make that next week.
Fucking. That shit sound good as fuck though.
Oh, yeah. And then yesterday, my mom made a seafood boil for Nazir, and we all went there and devoured it, and walked out. My mom got him a small ice cream cake, and he's over there.
Those are my favorite.
Yeah, I know. He's over there cutting her a piece before he takes the box. I'm like, damn, we're not gonna sing our birthday. She goes, happy birthday, yeah, get out. I said.
Yeah, your mom is hilarious, bro.
She said his birthday was over yesterday at 10:06 p.m. I said, oh.
I'm dead.
All right, I guess so. See you later.
So happy birthday, get out.
She didn't say get out, but she was just like, yeah, that's it. No, we ain't singing. So yeah, it was cool. But yeah, that was my weekend. So
Yeah, I like the weekend. Oh, and on Saturday, fucking, it's like 80 degrees in Jersey.
yeah, it
In New
was
York.
sunny as hell in Jersey and in New York, and it was raining here.
And cold as shit.
it
And I'm
was freezing today
I'm
too.
like, the one weekend I decided not to drive down there is the worst weekend I could probably possibly have picked.
I know. I said it to Annie. I said, "Wow, you picked the wrong weekend to come down."
That ass.
I said because it was hot out there. It was also baseball season too. Going to the Red Sox game on Friday. Haha.
Oh, yeah.
Opening day, baby. Can't wait.
Who you going with?
Me, Nazir, my dad. It's actually our Christmas present from Nazir. So we finally getting to cash in.
Oh, yeah.
So
That shit about to be lit.
can't wait. But all right, let's get into it. We got a 5 top today. And this is a bunch of things that we missed the last few weeks because last week we finally got Josh to come on the podcast, and we weren't here the week before that. So it's been the last few weeks been brewing. So it's just been cooking up. So we here now. All right. So order fires. And speaking of church, Pastor Marvin Sapp done that boy done told the ushers close the doors.
Never would have made it.
He said close the doors. He said there's a bunch of people in here. Y'all all need to donate $1,000 tonight. And he literally he said bring me the basket and started counting the money. Like, that is wild. Now I'm glad you said you went to church because
Never would have made it.
if you sat there in the church and they said close the doors, ushers, we need you to give $1,000 before you walk out of here. What you doing?
Immediately. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Because I'm going to get about that church. Especially, you already know I don't even like to be asked to do extra shit. So now y'all are keeping me here against my will. 911.
Bro,
I'm a snitch that day. Because,
He's-
nigga, what? Like, what do you mean close the doors?
he said,
Yo, but what's up? Okay, maybe you know. Maybe you might know. When I went to church, the next time they had, like, service, they were like, yo, it's the big give. It's the big give. He talking about close the doors. Everybody need to donate at least $1,000.
mm-hmm.
Why is it around this time that they're always like?
It's always like a bigger one. I mean, it's Easter. It's like I can't really give you an answer on that. But let me read the quote first because he said, "quote There's thousands of you tonight and those that are watching." He continued pointing at the camera. It's 1,000 that's watching online. This is a small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give if I get 1,000 online to give this, I get 1,000 in a sanctuary to give this. That's $40,000 tonight. People said that I he said that people said I literally locked my people into the church until they gave me $40,000. It's not true. It didn't happen at my church. Number one, we didn't lock any doors because you can't lock doors in the convention center. That's number two. And $40,000 that I was trying to raise, which I don't know if I raised it or not, went directly to organizations to take care of an expense of that conference. One, I don't know if you're actually telling the truth on that, because you don't just go in church and be like, all right, first collection, all right, we got 2 collections today. I need every single person. If there's not $40,000 in here, we're locking everyone in. And a lot of times you hear in the churches something like that happening. Oh yeah, we had a great collection. You guys are so wonderful, great seed and this and that. The lessons are coming, and then you see the pastor roll out in there in a Rolls Royce. Come on, bro.
This is true.
I mean, when I'm at church and they be like, yeah, second, they normally like will make an announcement like, hey, like this collection is going towards this. A lot of times, whatever the organization or whatever field trips they have planned or what's going on, if they're trying to do something for the kids and everything, whatever's happening. So a lot of times they will announce it in churches. Like my church would do that. But I think the biggest problem is when you say things like that, regardless if it's your church or not, or if you could actually lock doors and stuff, you shouldn't just expect people to just give $1,000. You shouldn't expect any amount from anyone, because you don't know people's lives like that. We see you, that's great. You come into our church and stuff is cool, but you shouldn't just be doing that. Like, if we go to church, it was, all right, here, give $1. Here's $5. Cool, give it. And you look in there and the people that will give a $20, they'll put a $10 bill in there. I've seen people put money in to get and then get their change back for whatever it is that they putting in. So I've seen that too. But you can't really do that with church. You can't do that when you're getting collections and stuff.
Wait, what did you just say?
Yeah.
People have been putting their money in the tithe thing?
Like,
and dig in for
like
change?
if you had a 50 and that's all you had, like I've seen people put in like the 50 and I'm like, all right, well wait, I need like 220s or whatever.
And they take it out of the thing.
I've seen it like one time. I've seen it before. It was like once.
So you're taking somebody else's donation as your change? That shit's so fucked.
Bro, I've seen that before.
That shit's so fucked.
I've seen it before. I don't remember when it happened, who it was. I'm not gonna say who it was, but I'm just saying I've seen someone do that. Like, but again,
you can't do that.
You can't do that either. But again, you can't expect people to just be like, here's $1,000 because you said so for this organization that you're telling us. I don't have $1,000.
They're going to hell.
I don't have $1,000 to do that, and I know you ain't got $1,000.
Did that?
I don't know. I actually don't know.
You've seen it though.
It was like off in a distance where like I seen someone put something in and they reach in there to grab something.
Oh. That is the most blackest thing I think I've ever heard, bro. Nah, that shit's diabolical, nigga.
It is, and
to do it in front of people at church it's like you don't give a shit at that point.
I don't know.
That's crazy.
It wasn't me. I wouldn't do that. I make change before I get to church and give my few dollars. So, whatever you give is a blessing already. I can't just.
Oh no! Now I'm starting to think that it was you, nigga.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
That nigga says, "Shit, I gotta pay for the week." Break even, nigga.
Hey, I already got 100. What's in there? Y'all only got ones? All right, well, go back around. I'll wait for the second one.
That nigga said 420s. I'm taking it.
Is that a 10?
That ass.
I see a 50 in there. I could take that one. Here's the 100. Let me get that 20 right there.
Stop moving it. Stop moving it.
I'll leave my 30. Just don't stop. I'll take the 70 right here. You got the 100. Is we good?
That ass. Put more in. It's like, nigga, what?
Yeah. Yeah, they do the collections at they did it. You put $1 in there. Digital.
That's how they get you now.
Whoa, hold on.
They got the whole projection screen with digital, like Cash App, Zelle, Venmo. I said, damn. I started looking around and I'm like,
are people actually pulling their phones out? Wow.
Scanning the QRL.
So were they coming around with the basket stiller?
Mm-hmm. For the older people.
Wow. I'm not pulling my phone out in church and doing that.
And they say raise your tithe and niggas put their phone in there.
I'm not doing that.
Nigga, I was just looking, bro. It was my first, it was
you didn't even give to. You didn't even give to.
Kiana was like, I gave money for you too. And I was like,
she did it on Cash App. One, if when I'm in church and I see someone like pull their phone out, whether it's to give to their children.
But I mean, like, listen, I'm not against it because I've experienced it. I've seen it for what it is in its true self, and I don't think it's in any like harmful way. I just feel like they're keeping up with the times of what we're in nowadays, and a lot of people have digital currency or some way, shape, or form of a digital wallet that they keep money in. So, especially for the younger crowd too, like, cause a lot of young people go there. So
yeah.
I ain't defending niggas, but like I'm just saying I see it the way how it is. Like, yeah, I would just to keep up with the times.
Yeah.
Cause like shit, by the time we have fucking kids and they get our age, nigga, shit, we're not using no Apple Pay, nigga. We're using fucking, literally just the palm of your fucking hand. They're gonna have that shit, your social security, everything pulled.
One kid's gonna do that. Be like, hey, wait, you only put in $1? No. I see that 100 in your account. Put that 100 in there.
Ass niggas gonna be like, damn, 97. Damn. Be like, what you mean, damn? 97's a good year, damn it. Crashing out, nigga, 60 something.
No, I definitely get it. I'm not, so I wouldn't be against it if I seen it. I'm not gonna do it though. I'm gonna try to give cash because I don't like when I see like a parent just give their children a phone in church, or like people be pulling out their phones and stuff like that. Like, it's not what you're here for. Mm-hmm. Regardless of if I'm listening or understanding everything, bro, I'm not gonna sit here and be like I'm not. I put your phone away. You got like it's 45 minutes. So even just to do that, I wouldn't do it. But I get it.
He lying like fuck. He be watching the game on his lap.
Nah, not in church. I wouldn't. Everywhere else, yes. In church, nah, I wouldn't do that. That's disrespectful. That's the Lord's house. That's the Lord's house. So, but yeah. Speaking of money, Klarna is partnering up with Doordash.
Evil.
But there are some rules now. They're
gonna weed out all the broke niggas.
There are some rules to it though. So
they're weeding out all the broke niggas.
They said that.
They said you're gonna make 7 payment installments on that motherfucking combo that you got from Taco Bell, nigga. You gonna make 7 payments.
Yeah.
They all gonna be $70.
They
expensive Taco Bell you ever ate in your life, nigga.
They are some rules though, you know what I'm saying? They say, where's it at? Freaking
Shit's crazy. Why am I making installment payments on Doordash? All I wanted to do was eat a fucking pizza at 3 a.m, nigga. Why do I have to make 5 installment payments now? This shit makes no sense at all. Yo, like, that shit's so fucked. Like, just thinking about it is like, what? Like, damn, like, do I really have to start, like, making installment payments just to get fucking IHOP delivered at the crib at, like, fucking, like, some night when I'm, like, zoinked out of my mind and really want some fucking pancakes? Like, now I gotta pay installments?
Installments on some McDonald's,
that's
bro.
Fucked. Like, damn, like, I should have just got my ass up and grabbed that McGriddle myself, huh? Now I gotta fucking pay $5.99 a fucking month just to pay it back. And the McGriddle was only $3.96. Like, what the fuck's going on here? Someone has to explain to me, why are these niggas teaming up? To get more money? Like, how does this shit work? Like, is DoorDash gonna start, like... I understand, like, DoorDash does everything. But, like, what's going on? Like, are y'all niggas like... Yo, what?
Yeah.
Are y'all gonna at least update your software? Like what's going on here?
Yo, Drew's gonna be like, I couldn't get our dinner for today because my installment
dead ass came out. These niggas, I didn't finish my other installment plans. I can't get us dinner tonight, baby. Blame Klarna. Blame Klarna DoorDash collab.
Yo!
That shit's fucking nuts. That shit's nuts. Please read the logistics behind that because that shit blew my fucking mind.
Oh my
Why
goodness.
are these niggas teaming up? That makes no sense.
Oh.
That makes no sense at all.
I can't read it.
Nigga,
you read it, nigga. I can't read it.
I'm literally like appalled. This shit makes no sense.
Oh my goodness.
What the fuck? Alright.
Oh my god.
Alright. The popular food delivery app.
Just read the quote.
Which one? Oh, the quote?
Yeah.
Our partnership with DoorDash marks an important milestone in Klarna's expansion into everyday spending categories. By offering smarter, more flexible payment solutions for groceries, takeout, and retail essentials, we're making convenience even more. We're making convenience. Please listen to this. We're making convenience even more accessible for millions of Americans. What? So not only was I joking about what I was just joking about, that's dead fucking ass.
Yo, I'm gonna be like, yo, babe.
Installment plans
On DoorDash.
Yo.
I'm like, yo, babe, I'm getting us some pho from DoorDash, but I gotta put on
pay
this.
back the one from 2 weeks ago. Before we can get more pho. Like what? Nah, bro, that's a scam.
Oh my gosh.
Klarna needs to slow its fucking roll with expanding. Expand the other way, nigga.
My cheeks are killing me.
Bro, that shit's ridiculous, bro. What? To customers who can afford to repay.
Our verification.
Well, I guess everybody else is out. What the fuck? What the fuck, bro? To customers who can afford to repay.
Yo, it says our verification process involves performing a new underwriting decision for every transaction a customer makes. This means we access a customer's ability to pay each and every time they want to make purchase using Klarna. This
crazy,
process
bro.
applies to each of our partnerships, including our partner with DoorDash.
Don't get me wrong. Klarna, I understand. Getting Klarna for shit like, I don't know,
Concert
tickets. I don't know, museums. I don't know, trips, shit like that. But for everyday necessities, for you to get fucking DoorDash, bro.
For a car part, I get it with Amazon.
Yeah. Shit like that. A goddamn PlayStation game. Klarna that bitch if you can't afford the 70 up front. But nigga, don't Klarna your shit for groceries. Knowing that fucking installment plan is gonna take you 2 weeks to pay off, and then you're gonna have to go right back to the grocery store. What, you gonna use Klarna again?
Yo,
This shit not boosting your credit neither.
Yo, I can't pay the rent, bro. I had a Klarna that pizza last night, and I gotta make these installments.
Nigga, imagine a nigga had Klarna, DoorDash, and fucking they got something from Rent-A-Center that didn't pay. You know Rent-A-Center come down, kick down your fucking door, bro. That shit crazy. So you just owing a bunch of companies and they're coming to fuck you at some point.
Oh my gosh.
All because you were hungry and needed some necessities as a human being. That shit's crazy.
I'm sorry, I just wanted a free Frosty.
Well, Uber Eats it is from now on out.
Nigga, that ain't no better because their rates is even worse than
That's
DoorDash.
very true. That's very fucking true.
Bro, when I did Red and we set up like the DoorDash and the Uber Eats, bro, and the rates that they would charge us to have as a merchant caused us to bump it up like 20. Like we were paying like 25% of each sale to like Uber or DoorDash. So it was like 20%, and that was like one of them. I think I boosted it up on DoorDash by 30%. The original price from if you just come into Red to eat, I bumped it to like 30 just so we could make an actual profit. Niggas never ordered from me. That's a problem of its own. Niggas just never ordered, even though everything else on there was expensive. But it was like, bro, you like the rate itself isn't great. So now niggas is like,
now I got to do an installment plan
on a Klarna.
Fuck up out of here with that.
Oh yeah. That was hilarious. But speaking of food and drinks, Lipton discontinues its peach iced tea on March 18th. They put
they give that shit fucking wings and everything.
They put a whole
Rest
post.
In peach. That's fucked.
Rest in peach. You may have heard that our iconic peach Lipton iced tea flavored is getting discontinued. We know it hurts. Sorry if we ruined your to-go afternoon chill bev. But don't worry, the rest of your faves are still here to keep you refreshed. And who knows, maybe one day Peach will make a legendary comeback. We appreciate your understanding during this period of adjustment and apologize for any inconvenience caused.
That'll be back next month.
Did you drink the Lipton peach iced teas, or are you a Lipton fan?
When we were younger, my mom used to get we were more brisk people. I know brisk is like looked down upon, but like we came up on like a lot more brisk than like Lipton.
Yeah.
But I did have, which was a personal favorite, they were the Lipton raspberry teas. And yo, them shits be smacking.
Yeah.
But the peach, I definitely have tried it before. I'm not gonna put it past me, but like, I'm not a big fan of like peach things unless it's like the Southern Peach Calypso. That shit is always gonna hit.
Yeah. I wasn't really a Lipton person. I ain't gonna hold you. So this really never did anything for me. And I could care less about peach flavor. I didn't drink it. Mm-hmm. So everyone else making a big deal out of it. I mean, okay, cool, but it wasn't. I don't think it was that serious. Wait. Oh, I guess it was a whole April Fool's prank. Yeah, all right, I'm off of that now.
Screaming.
Speaking of that, now I don't know about you, but I feel like April Fools was a lot bigger when we were kids. Mm-hmm. Do you feel like people were doing April Fools pranks or jokes like that
anymore?
Yeah.
I mean, I got hit with one yesterday. Somebody literally sent me, the notification when someone sends you bread and it goes like sent $500 or some shit like that.
Yeah.
I got that message and I'm looking at it. And I'm like, it was Fritz. I'm looking at it and I'm like, sent $500. In my head, I was just like, oh, he probably just needs me to hide some bread or some shit like that. I opened it up and they were like April Fools. I was like, yo, what the fuck? Like, and I just started laughing back and he just like, I know you were hyped for a second, nigga. I was like, hell yeah, I got a $500, nigga. That shit had me dead. But yeah, nah, not as much. I got in trouble when I was younger on April Fool's, so I don't really fuck around no more.
For what?
For peeing on another kid. The kid literally, I was pissing in the stall, and this nigga came up under the stall.
Hey yo, what the
Screamed,
fuck?
April Fools.
Oh yeah, I do
Remember
remember
that story?
Yeah.
I peed on Jack, bro. Peed on this kid named Jack. And he snitched on me talking about I pissed on him blatantly. Nigga, there's no way in hell.
All right. Well, it's all right. Next. Breast milk flavored ice cream is coming to the stores.
I'm with it. I'm a milk boy. I'm with it.
Oh, pause. First of all.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
But you gonna try some breast milk ice cream?
Mm-hmm.
You like breast milk?
I don't know. I used to. We all did at some point. Am I right?
I don't know if I was actually breastfed, so I wouldn't know. I was actually starved as a child.
Okay. I'm going for the breast milk though. I'm going.
No, so my mom tells the story all the time how when they left me with the babysitter when I was like a child, they I was basically like malnourished. Like I was skinny as hell when I would go to the doctor, but they're like, what the hell? Like the babysitter keeps saying like she needs more formula. She needs more formula. And then my mom was like, turns out my dad pulled up one day and seen mad formulas just sitting there. She wasn't feeding me, bro.
Who?
The babysitter.
Are you dead ass?
Dead serious.
You were being abused?
Bro, where's my phone? I got let me see if my mom answers.
You were being abused?
Just so she could tell that
Nah,
story.
nah.
Nah.
That's crazy.
Bruh. When Tiana now be like, what? They weren't feeding you, my poor baby. I'm like, bro, I don't remember it. Hello?
Yes.
Can you tell Drew the story about how I was malnourished as a child?
How you was malnourished?
Yeah, by the babysitter.
What pop you want me to say?
That shit actually happened.
But
Well, when Tariq was born, Tariq was like, I think, 9 pounds, some ounces, some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
He was like the biggest one. Anyways, I had to go back to work. Steve was working, and my brother's girlfriend at the time, she was doing daycare, so she was Tariq babysitter. So he started losing weight, and we couldn't understand why. So they had to put him on his milk. It was like $25 a can for his family. So he had to have that plus Pedialyte at the same time, so that
He could gain weight.
nutrition.
Yeah.
So long story short, this broad, come to find out, she used to bring me home after work. I would go to her house and then, you know what I'm saying, or she would pick me up from my job and then.
well, that's what it was.
So we're driving down Westminster, and this bitch mad with some fucking Popular Club or whatever stupid shit was. And she's like, yeah, and that's why I starved your son. I was like, what, bitch?
What?
She was like, that's why I was starving your son. So I made this bitch drop me at my mother's building because it was before the highway. And I went to go take Tweak out the car, and I was about to fight this bitch. This bitch peels off. This bitch was starving him for like, maybe like, it was like November, about 4 or 5 months.
Bro, what?
Yo, that's wild.
And mind you, she would have the milk at her house. It was a can of milk, powdered milk. She would have a can at her house with the Pedialyte, and we could have our own at home. And this broad still wasn't feeding this nigga.
I was malnourished.
Damn.
No bullshit.
What?
He was about to kill her.
Well, that's all we need from you. Thanks for
She's
thanks
still alive till this day?
Say that again?
She's still living till this day?
She's still living, but she got in trouble for that shit, and she lost her license forever.
That's what I'm saying. Like, she definitely.
She was getting paid by the state to babysit him.
Yeah.
Can't pay you money to babysit him.
Because if she did it to Tariq, she definitely did it to other kids, too.
She sure was.
But yeah, she was just a rotten little bitch. She's an old hag now, so it doesn't even matter. She was an old bitch then, and she's an old bitch now. Am I on live or something?
We sure are.
I am. I'm on the Twitch.
We're not on Twitch, but you're on the podcast.
Oh my god.
Alrighty, well thank you for your story. See you later.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I wasn't fed. They didn't feed me.
That's fucking nuts.
But yeah, back to the breast milk ice cream. You gonna try it then?
Nigga, hell yeah. I wonder what it would taste like. Is it gonna be like a little sweet?
I don't know.
It's gonna be like school milk vanilla. Like I don't know.
But if it comes this way, we'll have to just do a food review.
I'll do a titty milkshake.
That's crazy. That is crazy. Alrighty, well,
That's crazy.
last dish.
This nigga was malnourished.
The NFL got some new rule changes.
What they got going on?
They approved the overtime.
Man was really malnourished as a child, bro.
The overtime rules and regulation in the regular
Bro, you could
season.
have died, bro.
Yeah, I know. Look at that. I'm here. I'm a survivor.
So wait. Let me get this straight. So you was getting starved throughout the day, but when you got home, obviously your parents was feeding you.
Yeah. I mean, I was a baby, so I wouldn't even really know. So
Damn, this is like core 97. Like hard time 97, turn to 98.
probably like 98, 99 maybe. Yeah, 97, 98, 99 maybe around there. Something like that.
Damn, they were using criminals back then.
Yeah.
That lady. Spanish lady?
I don't know. Probably some black lady.
Crazy.
But yeah. Overtime and regulation, so now both teams get a chance to score instead of if you get the ball first and you score a touchdown, game over. And it's going to be 10 minutes instead of 15 minutes. They proved on the kickoff that if it's a touchback, it goes to the 35 instead of the 30-yard line. And then they're expanding the replay assists. But I don't think a lot of things that they expanded on are going to be the ones that you can. Yeah, it says NFL expands its replay assist system to overturn objective calls if there was clear and obvious evidence that a foul didn't occur. The call could include face mask penalties, whether there was forcible contact to the head or neck area, horse collar tackles, or tripping replay. Also would be able to overturn a roughing the kicker or running to the kicker penalty if the video showed the defender made contact with the ball. So things like that. So, but they still gonna get it wrong anyway. So it don't even really matter. But the one that actually was tabled during
Push.
was the tush push. So right now they have like the little winter meetings, their little coaching meetings or whatever. You know what's funny? So when we was on externship in Boca, they actually had the coaches and like owners meeting at Boca Raton Resort. Bruh, it was actually lit because like owners and GMs, actually coaches were actually there. Freaking Jim Caldwell, who's a coach for
seen him?
Yeah, Jim Caldwell, who was a coach for the Colts at the time. I like actually seen him and like said hello to him, but it was like a little, hey, how's it going? Freaking was it Ed Warner? No, it was a Dallas reporter who worked for ESPN at the time. I literally was sitting in the lobby and he was like right there. I kept snapping Bookie because I'm like, yo, he's right there. Like, yo, should I go? He was like, bro, you better go up to him. So I actually like went up to him and said like, shook his hand and stuff like that. It was cool. And then I seen Jerry Jones for like a snap second, and like kids would like follow him getting his autograph. And then I was in the elevator going back to my room after work, and I was talking to some guy, and he was like, yeah, like Robert Kraft is down there. I said, wait, what? I'm about to go right back down there. But yeah, the winter meetings was at Boca when I was actually down there, which is cool. But the tush push right now, Green Bay proposed to outlaw the tush push because Philadelphia is just basically too damn good at it. Basically over the safety of the play. The rule is you're not supposed to push the offensive player like forward because of safety reasons. The tush push, obviously, you push the quarterback to go forward to get the first down or a touchdown. Mm-hmm. They wanted the Green Bay Packers are the ones that's pushing heavily to get it out of the game. Away. Yeah. A vote on a proposal to tweak onside kickoff. We don't care about that. But this week it was tabled because half the teams want to get rid of it, half the teams don't. So I come to you, Mr. Fly Eagles Fly fan now. You want to get rid of the tush push? You think they should get rid of it? You think teams should just
if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
You think other teams should just suck it up and learn how to
fly, Eagles fly? Suck it up.
Suck it up and just learn how to do it or stop it?
Learn how to do it or stop it. Can't beat them, join them. Can't join them, beat them. Simple as that. Simple as that.
Yeah, you might as well keep it. Hold on. What's the Eagles' percentage success rate? They are 39 of 48 converting the tush push into a first down or touchdown last season.
They're definitely number one.
Yeah, obviously because they do it all the time. Yeah, last season they were 81.3% successful. I mean, well, that's where you need to learn how to stop it. I mean, Buffalo did it with Josh Allen. They were successful the few times they did it, besides the one they needed because he don't know how to stretch his arms out correctly. Excuse me. Outside of that, I mean, it's a play. There's no one's getting hurt. If you haven't seen anyone actually get hurt off the play, don't just bring up, it's the safety of the players. It don't have anything to do with that. You just can't stop it at the end of the day.
Exactly.
So it doesn't need to be taken out the game because they're doing it and winning with it.
Now this dogfish got me lit, low key.
See, them 2 shots and had you cooked. But I mean, that's really it. Like, learn how to stop it. If you can't stop it, do it yourself. Do it to them. And then when they say, all right, we're sick of this, you say, well, this is what you guys wanted. This is your play. We're going to keep doing it against you.
Literally, though. Simple as that.
Like you just said, if you can't beat them, join them.
Can't join them, beat them.
You don't like them doing it? Stop giving them. Stop.
Find a way to stop them.
Stop them early enough on second down so they don't go tush push on 31. Or stop them early enough on third down so they don't go tush push on 4th and 1.
Simple as that.
You don't want them doing a tush push on the goal line?
Move them chains.
Don't do it.
Move them chains.
There was something that it was something, I forgot what they said was happening too, but the reason why it happened was because in the playoffs against the the Commanders, a player literally jumped off. It was because they was like, if the defense causes, something that, they can be penalized because of the play, but it's because the player literally jumped off sides because he was trying to time it 3 times. And it was like, if he does that, if you do that again, we're going to just give them the points. Because, bro, you're at the 1 yard line. Stop doing that. But that was one time it happened. So it's not like people are going to do it. So I don't know. You need to keep the tush push. Just like that. Is there an NFL rule you would want gone?
No. I feel like a lot of these sports are getting new rules because in ways they are becoming stagnant and boring. Like we discussed in an earlier podcast, like how do they keep it exciting? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And by them keeping it exciting, they add rules and all this other shit like that, which it's something new and a new re-addition to the game, but like also it's kind of like It's like a damper because it's like, damn, we were used to this game. Now you're adding new rules to it, and it's like, damn, that takes away like what we used to be able to do. You know what I mean? Like, you see where I'm coming from?
Yeah, I get you. It's the evolution of the game, regardless of what sport we're talking about. If we're talking about like, football, all right, back then, it was you can hit the hell out of somebody, you can hit them in the head and everything. It was cool, it was dope, it was great to see because it was great hits. But right now we're in the era of, all right, we need to make sure our players are still safe. All right, you can't target and stuff. If it's basketball, we talk about it. You're gonna shoot threes until the cows come home.
Mm-hmm.
Back then, they were really more defensive. They relied on big men. Now it's a real 3-point game, and then you start to see some big men here and there. You see a big man shoot a three. So it's all the evolution of the game. It's really what it comes down to. So it's, again, if they have to change a rule, keep some rules, enforce some rules to keep things interested and get people talking, that's what happens. The Yankees actually they had someone basically, work with the players and say, okay, when you're hitting, you're kind of hitting the ball at the wrong part of the barrel of the bat. So basically what's been introduced this week with the Yankees were the torpedo bat. So basically it's just the barrel that's dropped down from the bat, but it's still a legal bat. They got them approved by from the MLB and everything. They used it the first series of the game last week, and they went
smacking
stupid.
dingers.
They went home. They had like 15 home runs in the first 5 games.
Now it's like, is this?
And it was, and everyone's been like, "Is this legal? That's not fair. Why are they using them?" But it was like players started seeing it, like, "Well, let me get one of those bats. Let me see how it works and everything." So, I don't.
It's the evolution of the game.
Exactly, and where a lot of people would with that, they're like, oh man, they should be outlawed. They should be, they should be illegal. I don't think, as long as it works for where, the MLB says it's approved and it helps the game. Sure. What I think what could happen with that is if it was only the Yankees and they went stupid, yes, I get all right, they're cheating. Let's cut it out. But anyone can kind of use it. But I think what will happen if you take this particular bat and they start going crazy this year, like home runs through the roof and pitchers are getting cooked, I think that's where they'll be like, all right, we have to ban this bat. You can't use this bat, whatever. But not every single person who's actually used it so far has had all the success like the few times that the Yankees had. So, but again, it's just the evolution of the game. So, I don't know off the top of my head if I have an NFL rule that I would change. I don't really like the regular season. Both teams get a chance to score. Like if we got the ball first in overtime regular season game, and I come down and score a touchdown, bro, game over. I'm not trying to sit here all day, and then we still got. And because then I scored, then
game over.
I scored, and you come down and score, and then there's 15 seconds left. It's still gonna end in a tie. Actually, that's what I would actually change. So I do like the rule, but I would change that. No more damn ties in NFL, bro. Why am I tying? That's stupid as hell. I don't want to sit here and be like, damn, I just played Andrew, but we just tied. Why? It doesn't make sense. But yeah, that's it. You got no rule changes? What about any sport? Is there any sport you have you would change the rule in?
Offsides in soccer. Nigga, if I'm ahead, just pass me the ball. Fuck. I'm not offsides, bro. That's the number one thing that just always pisses me off. 'Cause
Yeah.
bro, that was a perfect setup, passing it to that dude, and now offsides.
I think if it's blatant, yes. But if it's
just do away with the whole thing.
So if everything's going on right there, you want to be on right there.
Literally, because I want y'all to just launch
Send
that
it.
shit.
Send
that
it.
shit, bro.
See, that I can get with, all right, that's all sides. But if it's all right, there's a defender
Cherry
right here.
picking.
If there's a defender right here and I just passed him and then the ball got kicked, hey, bro.
That's not on me.
That's
bro.
not my
offsides.
fault. You better catch up.
And on top of that, if I catch a fucking lob, a corner kick, and I'm in the fucking paint of the goal, it's not an offsides. All I gotta do is hit that dinger right in. That's it, right there. I'm not past nobody, bro. Like, I'm not out of bounds, nothing like that. But that, if I could change a sport, that would be
A rule. Okay.
And make the 3-point, do away with 3-point in basketball and give us a 4-point shot. Now let's make it really interesting. Let's see if niggas.
You would push the line back.
Yeah.
Them niggas are shooting already from half court, so it wouldn't even matter.
Fuck that shit. I want to see some 4-point.
4-point
action.
4-point shot would be from the other person's 3-point line.
4-point action, man.
You get the inbound pass. You take 2 steps and you pull it. That's a 4-point shot. That's wild.
That is wild. Steph would make them.
They would hit him all the time. No many people would draw plays up for. No, don't do
Just
that.
to hit with 4.
Don't do that. That would ruin the game.
4-point.
And another 4-point attempted, and that was their 30th one of the game. They haven't even shot a free throw today.
0 points.
Score 33 to 10.
Literally.
Why? Because the other team did the same exact thing. They just said, let's just shoot a 3 in there.
Literally though.
No, I wouldn't do that. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's all we got for today.
That is. This motherfucker fed me subs and shit before I even got started.
We
and
ate.
then I smoked one, and now we're drinking 2 shots a cup. Like, I'm slumped. I'm slumped now.
Smoke some, drink some,
City.
pop one.
But anyway, you guys can catch me on IG at I Love You Drew. You can also catch me at Second Human. You can also catch me here on the Mixing Pod podcast because we're the best podcast in the world. And if you're not listening to us, then
What are you listening to?
exactly.
What did I say last week? Because
You said some nutty shit. I don't even remember what you said, but we all were like, "What the fuck?" Even Josh knew that wasn't the line. Like, that shit was crazy.
Yo, I was listening to a bunch of them that I haven't listened to like this week or whatever, and I was like, what did I say last week that was so off? I was like, God damn it, how did I mess that up?
Bro, that shit was funny. But where can they find you at? Oh, I got mass art shit coming up.
Nice.
So, yeah.
That's art.
Exactly.
ChefTariq.co on Instagram and TikTok. Chef Tariq 401. Chef Tariq on YouTube. The Mix Pop Podcast, MSMG Pop Pod on Instagram and TikTok. Check out all of our clips. Check out all of my clips on TikTok as well. Friday, 10 a.m., Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you guys get your podcasts from. Book me for all your catering needs this spring and summer. Make sure you guys grab your tickets for Rob Paparazzi's birthday party this Saturday. I'll be in the building 4 to 9, selling food. We got wings, sliders, all the good stuff. Pole boy sliders. Got him. Pull up.
Mufaletas, buffaletas. He's making the whole Louisiana nines.
Got gumbo,
To
jambalaya.
2000s.
Got the beignets. I got the.
Po' boys.
I got the crawfish. I got the.
Did
I got
we
the.
say mufaletas?
I got the beans toast. I got the potatoes with the tuna.
Greens, beans, tomatoes, potatoes.
No, I don't have half of those things. I do have the po' boy sliders on there though. So yeah, check it out. Come out. Should be a good event, good time. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys for watching today's episode. And look, we'll see you guys next week. Peace.
What's the protein for the po' boys?
Shrimp. All right, we're out of here.
You can do fish po' boys.
I'm not doing fish po' boys.